The road is silent. Empty. Wrapped in a blanket of darkness so thick that even your headlights feel swallowed by it. The trees lean in from both sides, their branches like crooked fingers pointing at the asphalt. Every mile feels longer than the last, and every shadow seems to twitch, almost alive. You drive alone. Just you, the engine, and the hum of tires on the cold, cracked asphalt. Somewhere far ahead, something small moves. At first, it could be a bush, or maybe a stray animal. But then, you see her. A little girl, no older than 10. Her hair is long, wet, clinging to her face in tangled strands. Her dress is torn, stained, and flutters softly in the wind, even though the night is completely still. She stands at the edge of the road, barefoot, perfectly still. The headlights catch her just for a second, and then she disappears into the shadows, only to reappear a few yards ahead. You slow down. Your heart hammers. Every instinct screams to drive past, to ignore her. But something, some unnameable pull, makes you stop. The moment the car halts, the air changes. Cold creeps in through the windows, fog forming on the edges of the windshield. The engine's hum feels distant, like it's happening in another world. And then you hear it, a giggle. Soft at first, almost childlike, but not innocent. It curls around your spine, curling a chill through every bone. She steps closer. Slowly. Her movement is unnatural, like she's sliding over the asphalt rather than walking. You notice she carries something, a small, old doll, its face cracked, one glass eye staring blankly. The doll swings in her tiny hand, hitting her knee, but she doesn't flinch. She doesn't even blink. You open your mouth to speak. To ask if she's okay. To tell her to move. But no words come. Your voice sticks in your throat, swallowed by the cold, the darkness, and that soundless pressure building around you. Then, she tilts her head. And you feel it. Not with your eyes, not with your ears, but deep inside your chest. A creeping emptiness, like something is gently pulling at your very soul. You glance down, and for a moment, you swear you see shadows moving under your skin, tiny hands pressing from inside out. A car horn somewhere far away shatters the silence. She flinches. But not away. Only slightly. And then she's gone. Just like that. The spot where she stood is empty. The air feels heavier, thicker, and your stomach churns with a nameless fear. You start the car. Tires crunch on the gravel. Your hands shake on the wheel. You tell yourself it was nothing, a trick of shadows, a roadside prank. But the fog clings to the edges of the windshield, forming shapes that seem familiar. Shapes like small hands. And somewhere in the distance, a faint giggle drifts across the empty road, fading, but never leaving. The road stretches endlessly, but now it feels different. Every tree, every shadow seems alive, watching. The fog curls around your tires like ghostly fingers, and the air is thick, almost solid. You keep glancing into the darkness, but it's more than the absence of light, it feels as if the darkness itself is aware. And then, you see her again. The little girl. Closer this time. She's standing in the middle of the lane, barefoot on the cold asphalt, her dress fluttering though there is no wind. She holds her cracked, glass-eyed doll tightly, as if it were a talisman, and tilts her head ever so slightly, watching you with intent. And her eyes, you remember every story, every warning, every whisper from those who claim to have survived. Black. Endless. No whites, no pupils. Just dark, hollow wells that seem to reach directly into your chest. Looking at them is like staring into a void that wants to take something from you. Something you cannot name. Your body stiffens. Your fingers grip the wheel like iron. Your heartbeat pounds, not just in your chest, but in your ears, your temples, every nerve ending alive with panic. Your skin crawls as if invisible hands are brushing against you from inside the car. She steps closer, slow, deliberate. Her bare feet make no sound on the asphalt, yet the pressure around you grows, tightening, suffocating. The temperature drops sharply. Your breath fogs in the cabin, swirling into shapes, tiny hands, countless fingers, reaching, pulling. You try to move. Press the gas, step on the brake, turn the wheel. But the road seems to stretch farther, longer. Tires spin, but you barely advance. Every instinct screams to leave, yet something unseen pins you in place. And then you hear it, soft whispers, almost beneath the wind, coming from everywhere at once, your soul. Her hands reach out. Slowly. The fingers are thin, impossibly long for a child, brushing the air toward you. And that emptiness grows. The warmth drains from your body. The blood in your veins feels like ice. Your heart is no longer yours, it pounds to a rhythm not your own. For a split second, the world tilts. You see shadows under the dashboard moving as if alive. Shapes crawl along the windshield, climbing, grasping. And her eyes, those endless black eyes, lock on yours, deeper and darker than anything you've ever known. A scream rises from your throat, but no sound escapes. The world contracts to the size of your car, to the space between her and you. Every breath you take feels stolen, every heartbeat hollowed. You know, instinctively, that she is not just watching, not just threatening. She is claiming. And then, as suddenly as she appeared, she is gone. The fog swirls and the road stretches empty before you. Your hands are still frozen on the wheel. Your chest burns with the memory of that pull, that void, that terrible emptiness inside you. You drive on. Tires crunching on gravel. Your eyes dart to the rearview mirror, and for a split second, in the darkness behind you, you swear you see a small figure, hunched and waiting. Always waiting. The first hint of dawn should bring relief. But it doesn't. The road stretches ahead, empty, yet the chill clings to your bones like a living thing. Every sound, the tires, the engine, even your own breathing, feels distorted, echoing in a world that isn't quite real anymore. You glance around. No sign of her. No sign of the fog. The trees sway in a wind you cannot feel. And yet, you know she is near. You can feel it, a pressure at the edge of your mind, whispering to something buried deep inside you. Something precious. Ahead, the fog thickens again, curling around the road like dark smoke. And there she is. Standing in the center lane, barefoot, her doll in hand. The sunlight, weak and cold, catches the glass eye for a moment, reflecting something that is not yours. Something lost. Your vision blurs. You feel lightheaded, weak, as if the very life inside you is being drained. Shadows flicker along the edges of the road, crawling like hands, like the countless tiny fingers of those who came before. You remember the stories: cars found abandoned, engines running, empty seats, and footprints disappearing into nowhere. You hope you'll be different. You know you won't be. She tilts her head, and that endless black gaze meets yours one last time. There is no anger. No malice. Only inevitability. She doesn't need to speak. Her presence alone takes what she wants. A hollowness spreads from your chest down to your toes, leaving you shivering, trembling. You realize that the world feels quieter now, emptier, like something vital has been pulled from it. Something vital has been pulled from you. Then, the car lurches forward on its own, tires spinning, carrying you past her. For a moment, you think you've escaped. You glance in the rearview mirror. The road is empty. The fog fades. And yet, a faint giggle lingers, trailing behind you like smoke, twisting in the air, curling around the trees, around the very road you are on. By sunrise, some roads are found deserted. Cars sit idling, windows fogged with small handprints, dolls left on the asphalt. Footprints vanish into the fog as if swallowed by the earth. And those who survive never forget. They feel her presence even in the brightest daylight, in the safest places. Some swear they've seen her at intersections, in quiet parking lots, or standing silently where they least expect. Always waiting. Watching. Collecting the lost, the lonely, the unaware. And you know this, the little girl does not age. She does not tire. She does not need to speak. The souls she claims fuel the darkness she carries with her. She is the road itself, and the road is never empty. You will always remember her. And someday, if you drive alone at night, you might see her too. Standing silently, holding her doll. Waiting. Watching. And if you meet her eyes, your soul will know that you have been claimed.